The real poison, man, the thing that guts you from the inside out, isn't the actual cheating. That's just a dumb decision, a single act. The true pain? It's the not knowing. It's spending weeks, months, sometimes years, living inside a lie, convinced you're holding on to the woman you love, only to find out she left you a long time ago. She's already gone, and you're still carrying her bags. I've seen it happen. I've lived it. Most guys do the same stupid thing. They feel that little knot in their gut, that little voice whispering late at night, and they swallow it. They blame work stress. They blame her period. They blame their own overthinking. They become silent partners in their own betrayal, actively helping her keep the secret safe by constantly questioning their own damn mind. We're not doing that here. This isn't about some weak-ass list of relationship cliches. I'm giving you the keys to the engine room. We're going deep into the psychological leaks, the things her conscience is forcing her to do because the guilt is crushing her. You're going to learn the seven tells that are undeniable. These aren't easy to hear, but they are the truth. And listen closely to sign number 4. I'm telling you now that one is the fastest, clearest, and most reliable piece of intel you can get in this modern world of texting and instant everything. Don't skip it. If you're a man who still has a backbone, who still values truth and respects himself enough to demand it, you need to listen. This is the moment you stop doubting yourself and start protecting your peace. Do me a favor. If this is helping you, if this is that gut check you needed, subscribe. Hit the like button hard and tell me where you're listening from. Drop a comment with your location. Let's build a network of men who demand clarity. First, the affection bomb drop when guilt becomes a gift. This is the first one that trips up every man, and it's designed to. You've been feeling the distance, right? The air is thin. The sex is gone. You're walking on eggshells. Then, suddenly, out of the clear blue sky, she hits you with it. A spike of attention. She's texting you little cute things again. She wants to cook your favorite meal. She actually initiates sex for the first time in months. You think, thank God. We turned the corner. We're good again. You're not good. You just got a guilt payment. The mechanism, clearing the emotional debt. When a person cheats, the noise in their head is deafening. They feel like a monster. To quiet the noise, they have to do something good to prove to themselves that they're still a decent person. That sudden, intense affection, that's not a burst of renewed love. It's overcompensation. She's trying to make up for the betrayal without actually stopping the betrayal. She's literally paying you back for the hurt she caused, but the payment is inattention, not honesty. It serves two dark purposes. Guilt relief. I just slept with him, but look how good I am to my man. See, I can't be a bad person. Smokescreen. A happy, affectionate partner is a partner who won't suspect a damn thing. Your newfound happiness becomes her cover. So when that wave of affection washes over you, pause. Don't just enjoy the warmth. Ask yourself, what happened right before this? Did she just come back from a girls' trip? Was she just distant for a week? The timing isn't a coincidence. It's a receipt for the emotional debt she's trying to clear. Second, the Fort Knox phone, the digital alibi. Brother, we live on these phones. Your phone, my phone. It's the running transcript of our lives. If she's got a secret life, that phone is a loaded gun pointed directly at her head. If her phone suddenly turns into Fort Knox, you've got your answer. This is one of the clearest, most undeniable physical signs you will ever see. The mechanism, protecting the evidence. It's not about privacy. Everyone gets privacy. It's about secrecy. It's about desperately controlling the ledger of her deception. You'll see it in her physical habits. Pay attention, the face down rule. No matter where she is, kitchen counter, bedside table, that screen is always facing down. It's an unconscious reflex to hide any potential flash of a text banner or a notification name. The bathroom companion. Does she take her phone to take out the trash? To the bathroom? To the laundry room for a 30-second trip? The phone is glued to her hand because she can't risk you seeing a single incoming message. The new walls. Suddenly, there's a new pin, a fingerprint lock, or a face ID that wasn't there before. Why? Because the casual check of the weather excuse is now too risky. You can't rationalize this away. You can't tell yourself, I need to respect her boundaries. That's weak. Healthy relationships don't require secrecy. They thrive on transparency. When the device becomes more important than the person sitting next to you, when it becomes the only thing she truly protects, you aren't dealing with a private person. You're dealing with a custodian of a secret. This is the modern digital lipstick stain. Don't be blind to it. 3. The emotional landmine field. The eruption of fear. You know how it goes. You ask a completely normal adult partner-to-partner question. Hey, who were you having lunch with today? Or, did you tell me what time you're meeting your sister? And she explodes. Not a minor argument, a full-scale nuclear meltdown. She accuses you of being controlling, of being suspicious, of ruining the relationship with your lack of trust. The mechanism: defensiveness and denial. Listen to what's happening here. The simple, honest question requires a simple, honest answer. She cannot give you the honest answer because it exposes the affair. She can't just stay silent. So her brain defaults to the most aggressive defense mechanism: the attack. The intensity of the attack is a direct measure of the intensity of the guilt. She's setting up a psychological defense perimeter. The rage is designed to achieve two things: redirection. She immediately makes you the problem. Now, instead of her answering where she was, you're defending yourself against the charge of being a controlling asshole. Training you. That explosion is a deterrent. You are being trained, like a lab animal, that if you ask a question about her life, you get a massive emotional shock. Soon you'll stop asking. You'll keep the peace by keeping your mouth shut, and her secret stays safe. Does it feel like you're walking through a field of live landmines every time you open your mouth? That's not normal relationship conflict, man. That's the desperate tactic of a person trying to protect a secret that is constantly threatening to break the surface. The wall she's building is high because the truth behind it is that devastating. 4th, the unsolicited accusation, the boomerang of guilt. This is the one, man. This is the fastest tell. This is the one you need to tattoo on your brain. It happens out of nowhere. You're sitting there, quiet, watching a game or reading a book. You haven't looked at her funny, you haven't done anything, and she just drops it, totally cold. Are you cheating on me? Or maybe it's, I feel like you're talking to other women. You're so distant. The mechanism: projection. It doesn't come from a place of genuine suspicion. It comes from a place of absolute self-loathing guilt. Her mind is carrying a massive, painful secret, and it can't handle the weight of being the sole villain. So her subconscious mind, trying to achieve a psychological balance, says, I can't be the only one. He must be doing it too. The guilt acts like a boomerang, which she throws at you to temporarily take the pressure off herself. By accusing you, she gets 3 sick benefits. Instant relief. The feeling of being a hypocrite lessens. If we're both bad, I'm not so bad. The distraction. It flips the script in an instant. Now you're scrambling to defend your honor. You're thinking, wait, why is she accusing me? I need to prove I love her. You stop thinking about her. Self-justification. If she can convince herself you're cheating or emotionally distant or untrustworthy, then her own betrayal becomes an act of self-preservation rather than just infidelity. Listen, an accusation that comes with no basis, no evidence, and no logical trigger is almost always the sound of a guilty conscience trying to escape the host body. When you hear that sudden, baseless attack, don't defend yourself first. Just clock it. The guilt is talking. 5th, the schedule. Interrogation: pinpointing your position. A double life is a full-time job. It's an exercise in insane logistics. You're running 2 timelines simultaneously, and the biggest threat to that operation is you. Your unplanned, unpredictable movement. So you'll see a sudden, almost obsessive need to know your exact coordinates. The mechanism: operational security. She's not checking in to say, I love you. She's checking in to say, where are the pieces on the chessboard right now? Watch the details of her questioning. The need for specifics. She stops asking, are you working late? And starts demanding, what time will you leave the building exactly? She needs a hard window of availability for herself. She needs to know how long she has until the blast radius hits. The frequent check-in, a flurry of text while you're away. Did your meeting start? Did it end early? Are you going straight home? These are not acts of affection. They are security confirmations. She's making sure your schedule hasn't changed, so her schedule can proceed uninterrupted. Controlling your time. She might suddenly push you towards specific long activities. You should really go to that poker night. Or you need to finish that project at the office. She's trying to lock you down into a predictable state of unavailability so she can operate freely. She has to keep two worlds from crashing together. And the only way to manage that stress is to have absolute control over your location. When she's more concerned with your GPS coordinates than your day, she's not being a partner, she's being a traffic controller for her own secret life. Sixth, the sudden rebranding, the prep for the new role. You look across the room and suddenly you see a stranger. She's in the gym 6 days a week when she used to skip yoga. She bought a whole new wardrobe, clothes that are far more revealing or trendy than her usual style. She's got a new dramatic haircut. She's obsessing over a new hobby, maybe a class or a group that she never cared about before. The mechanism, investing in the next chapter. Look, self improvement is great, but when it's sudden, dramatic, and aimed at external validation, you need to pay attention. She's not doing this for you. She's not even really doing it for her yet. She's doing it for the new audience. This intense rebranding is a psychological preparation for the next stage, whether that's a new life with the person she's seeing or just being emotionally ready to leave you. The new look. It's optimized for the man she's currently trying to attract or impress. She's dressing for the person who is currently validating her, not the one she shares a lease with. The escape hobby. The new class or group gives her a legitimate reason to be out of the house for long stretches of time and introduces her to a completely new social circle, one that has no connection to her life with you. The emotional separation. The new style is a physical and visual severance from the person she was in the relationship with you. She's trying on a new identity, one that doesn't include you. She's investing all her energy, time, and money into the future self that is already mentally disconnected from this current relationship. You're watching the psychological version of her packing her bags. 7. The cold silence of her body, the bedrock of broken trust. The ultimate breakdown of the lie happens where you are supposed to be the most connected, the bedroom. When you introduce a third body into the intimate landscape, the physical and emotional systems short circuit. Cognitive dissonance takes over, and the body can't lie like the voice can. The mechanism. Emotional disgust or overwrought guilt. You'll usually see one of two extremes, and both are devastating. The freeze, the cold silence. This is the most common and the most painful. She can't stand to be physically intimate with you because the act of closeness feels like a massive lie, a grotesque hypocrisy. Her body recoils. She's tired. She's stressed. She's giving you the cold shoulder in bed. She won't talk about it. The truth is, her body has put up a massive psychological block. Her mind is saying, I cannot be naked and vulnerable with him when I've completely betrayed him. The aggression, the oversexing. This is less frequent, but it's an intense, desperate burst of activity. It's sex without connection, without vulnerability. It's an act of penance. She initiates sex purely to prove to herself, see, I'm still a good partner, I'm still faithful. It's a guilt relief valve, a violent effort to make up for the betrayal, not a genuine desire for you. In both cases, you feel the lack of emotional warmth. It's sterile, rushed, or just plain absent. Her body is a better lie detector than any tool you could ever buy. Pay attention to the silence between the sheets. Look at the list again. 1 sign, it's probably a bad week. 2, you're getting curious, but when you start stacking up 3, 4, 5 of these psychological tells, the phone is locked, she's yelling when you ask a question, she just accused you of cheating. And she's suddenly obsessed with knowing when you leave work. That's not coincidence. That is a pattern. That is a story being told right in front of your face. Hearing this stuff, recognizing it, doesn't make you the paranoid one. It means your damn instincts are finally awake and working. It means you're self-aware enough to stop letting her guilt run your life. Your job now is simple, but it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Get clarity. Don't go in hot. Don't go in with rage. That strips you of your power. Go in with the cold, hard facts and the dignity you deserve. Look her in the eye. Tell her you see the patterns. Tell her you need the truth to move forward. Rebuild the relationship on honesty or walk away with your integrity intact. But you absolutely cannot continue living in the shadow of a lie. You deserve a truth, man. Go get it. If this helped you find the floor again, if it gave you the courage to look at the truth, then this is what you do next. Subscribe and stick around. We're only talking real world truth here. Like the video, and more importantly, share it with one brother who you know is walking around in the fog right now. Use the comments section. Tell us your experience, not to vent rage, but to share the lessons. We are stronger when we communicate the hard truths.